I are going to win big before the end of 2024. Okay? You and I are going to win big before the end of 2024. I just slashed my eye with my hair. But anyway, I'm telling you right now, excuse me, it's going to happen because you are deserving of it. You have been through so much this year. You have prevailed and continue to prevail through all of the adversities, through all of the struggles, through all of the obstacles, okay? And that's how you know you're going to win, okay? So I just had to say this because I felt like this morning I was reflecting and realizing how much I've been going through in the last couple weeks and how there are situations that are literally playing out exactly the same, that is not necessarily in my favor in a way. I don't really like it. I don't like what it feels like. But it reminds me of the times when I was dealing with the same situation a couple years ago. And how I am at such a different place of mind than I was back then. And so I just wanted to remind you that even though things might not be happening the way that you thought they were going to happen, or you might be confused about some things, just know that as long as you're doing the inner work, as long as you're getting better up here in the mind and in the body, that's all that matters. If your reactions are changing, if you are speaking to yourself better, you're giving yourself grace and compassion when before you didn't know how to do that, if you are allowing yourself to let go of your everyday schedule, your everyday normal routine, and you're trusting yourself to go down a different path, that is growth. Whether you think it is or isn't, no matter what your mind might tell you, no matter what your comparisons to other people might be, or you might feel, you are still doing the work to get better. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So just know that you're going to win. It's going to take maybe some time. You're going to have to be patient. There's going to be a lot of resistance that comes up, and that's okay because we are human. But one thing I learned yesterday was feel into your resistance. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be aggravated. Listen, I've said many times that I've been pissed the F off at God, okay? I've been pissed the F off at life. I've been pissed the F off at myself. Like, there are certain situations and things that I definitely have been mad about. And it's okay. It's okay to be mad at people. It's okay to be mad at your circumstance or your situation. I've told God many times that, hey, listen, this is not what I signed up for. Like, I didn't believe in this. I never seen this for myself. I didn't ask for all of this. But because I'm in the situation, I'm going to do the best that I can with what I got. Okay? Mariah Carey. If y'all know that video, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I know that these weeks have been really hard for a lot of us. I know that there's been a lot of ups and downs, whether it's emotional, financial, spiritual, or just not feeling your best. You know, maybe you're not going to the gym as much. Maybe you just don't feel like the you that is happy, that is more joyful, that is having a lot more fun in life, right? Not necessarily are you going out, but maybe you don't even want to watch the same shows you used to watch and you feel really weird about yourself. Just know that it's all part of the transition. And there's nothing that you're going through right now that you didn't go through before, because I can guarantee you probably went through these same exact experiences many, many times, because I have gone through similar feelings and emotions many, many times, and I'm still where I am right now. And so through everything that is uncomfortable for me, I'm still up. I still got dressed today. I still brushed my teeth. I still washed my face. I still cleaned my body up. I still had my breakfast. I still took my vitamins, and I'm still here. And I got me a big old jug of water. And I say all that because I feel like if you are in a situation where maybe people around you or maybe the world is telling you, like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and you are just deciding to take care of yourself instead, congratulate yourself, applaud yourself, because you are doing what most people could never do, okay? There's a lot of us that are in this manifestation or creating reality or spiritual world that we're doing a lot of things that maybe the people around us are not. 10 times out of 10, a lot of the folks around us aren't doing, right? You're taking a lot of risks on things that most people in the world would never do, right? So you have to realize that that comes with a certain territory. And sometimes that territory is you're going to feel very uncomfortable, right? You're going to be in the unknown and in the uncertainty for probably a long ass time, as I've been. So this is not always easy, but if you really want something really bad, if you really believe that you deserve to have something, then you keep going and you don't give up and you don't give in. And then you realize that you are more than just work. You are more than just the identities that have been placed on you by society. That's something that I've really been working on, is realizing I'm not the identity of what I think I should be doing every day, and actually going outside and really enjoying myself and enjoying life, and realizing that the more that I have fun, the more that I actually feel good about myself, and understanding that manifestation is not something that needs to be on a pedestal, okay? You need to remind yourself that you are the pedestal already as you are, right? You are already perfect. You are already good. You are already enough simply in this moment right now, right? No matter what your bank account looks like, no matter what you think you should be doing in your life, no matter where you live, no matter what trials and tribulations you've been through, no matter what situations you have overcome, no matter if you feel like you should be doing more, you are good enough, literally right where you are. And it took me having to go through people who tried to tell me that I wasn't good enough. It had to take me going through certain limitations and mindsets that I picked up from society, from the world, and even from certain identities that I placed on myself. There were certain characteristics that I told myself that I was that I really wasn't. So thinking, for example, that I'm like this motivational, inspirational speaker, right? Which is something that I picked up from social media. And then it was also something that some people in my family kind of referred to me as. And then I started operating in a way that wasn't truly who I was. So when I started making videos and I started cussing a little bit or whatever it is, people got almost shocked by that. And then it became this thing where, oh, well, maybe he's not who he says that he is, right? Because motivational speakers or inspirational speakers, you know, they don't curse, right? And so I had to learn to change that dialogue that I had in my head of trying to fix the image and be an image of something that I wasn't. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be from your family or from like other people. But a lot of times it does come from that, but sometimes it is also from society. So just know that you're doing your best, right? I also had to learn to stop comparing myself to other people, right? To my friends, to people on social media, to what other people are doing in their lives, or taking on what other people want for me, okay? It's really important to learn how to find your own identity, to learn how to be yourself. And part of being yourself is learning how to disappoint yourself as well. Disappointing your ego. Your ego creates a lot of image and a lot of identity for your safety, okay? It just is trying to keep you to be a part of the pack, to be in the pack. And once you start to break out and you start to operate in your soul, it's going to be very, very difficult for your human self or your ego self to relax, because your ego is all about surviving. And part of that survival is being alike, if that makes sense, right? You need to be doing the same thing that your friends are doing. You need to be doing the same thing that your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever it is. You need to be doing the same thing that your church has been telling you to do. Whatever your situation or whatever your community is, once you start to realize I'm none of those shits, it gets very, very scary. But I want you to know that all of these processes that you're experiencing is all a part of how you will win. This is why you will come out more on top than most folks. You will start off at the bottom. You will be at the dirt of the dirt. You will be in the motherfucking mud. But you will come out a greater person. You will come out so much better, especially in your spirit, in your mind, and how you operate, because you took the time to practice to figure out who you are, okay? That's important. That's real. Like, you really do need that in order for you to really live your best life for real. Do you think, and these are perfect examples to me, people always say like certain artists are like problematic, right? We always hear like Nicki Minaj is problematic, or Beyonce is problematic, or some of these, people are problematic. But if you really listen to them, right? You watch interviews, you listen to their lives or whatever it is, you realize that these are the people who broke away from the norm, right? And so a lot of times people probably didn't believe in them, right? You think about Nicki, who is one of the highest paid, or is the highest paid female rapper today, right? And if you really think about that, the rap industry is predominantly males. So could you imagine how a woman like that, who is competing against a very predominantly male prominent industry, to now becoming one of the best female rappers and probably rappers in the world, right? In this day and age. That takes courage. That takes being in an unfamiliar space. That takes people not liking you. That takes you standing up and taking a risk on your life and on yourself and continuing to keep going. So when I look at my situation, I'm the only one in my family that really has content out for real. Everybody posts this stuff, right? But a brand or a personal brand, right? And so that comes with dreams and with certain downloads and things that I've had, intuition that I've had downloaded for myself, certain actions that I've taken, right? It doesn't always mix with everybody. And there are people who definitely do support me, and I love that. But there have also been people who want to see me do well, but are also kind of terrified and scared and don't understand what I'm doing at all. And the truth is, nobody's supposed to understand what you're doing except you and the universe. That's it. And as long as you know, and as long as you continue to keep living in that state of the universe has my back, which just takes practice, but once you get to that point, it's taken me years to get to this point, but now that I'm at this point, I understand the universe is literally my beck and call. Like, every step that I take, I know the universe is behind me. Now, I'm going to have days like I had Tuesday this week where I was just over it. I was tired of it. But all of that is part of that resistance that I just talked about. Learning how to be okay with being angry. So when you're on this journey of your goals, your visions, what you want for yourself, understand that it's okay to be mad. It's okay to have resistance. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be like, I don't actually want to do the things that I'm going to have to do just for now. It's okay to go through all of that, because that's part of what you need to release. That's a part of, if you don't let yourself release those angry feelings, how are you going to win for real? How are you going to allow these blessings to come in and actually be excited when they came in? Because you did the work to clear it all out the way. You allowed yourself to say, this is what I don't want, and this makes me angry and annoyed whenever I'm suggested this, or whenever I feel like I have to do these things. That makes me feel uncomfortable. That doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm going against my inner self. Don't let your mind fool you. It's okay to go through these things, but it's also okay to not know at all where you're going next. And trust me, I've had those moments. I'm still in them right now, where I felt triggered over the last couple weeks, even within this week, that I have to do something, or I felt desperate, or I felt whatever. But I listened to myself, I slowed down. Now it's kind of like automatic. Before, I had to kind of practice that. But I used to be a very desperate person, especially when it came to like achieving things or accomplishing something, or something that I really wanted, or something that I needed help with. I always felt like I had to be desperate, right? And that's, of course, normal as a survival human and living in America, child. That's a whole nother story. But it is really, really interesting just how much process you have to go through to get to living your best life and just feeling good. So I just wanted to tell y'all some stuff that's going on in my life and experiences that I've been having, as I always do. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the tribe if you haven't already. Okay, because you're gonna love it here. Okay, we're all about growth. We expand. We live our best lives over here. We turn up. We get a little hood and ghetto sometimes, but we're also intelligent. Okay, and we're also manifesting our dreams big time over here. okay? Big ways. And I also have my social medias down below in my description box, and I also have a free ebook. So if you're interested in learning how to discover your purpose, I wrote this ebook back in 2020, and it actually came out in 2022. Not 2022, but in 2020. Sorry. Yeah, so it came out in 2020. And basically the book is just about helping you to discover certain things about yourself. If you are someone who is really interested in discovering your own purpose, even though we have multiple purposes in this life, I just shared a lot of personal things in that book. And if you're interested in getting it, it'll be in my description box and you can download that for the free. Okay. Other than that, that's it for today's video. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.